Picture this, a fierce progressive from New York, who spent years railing against everything Trump stands for, might end up in the Oval Office. Wait, what? I know that sounds like a plot twist from a political thriller, but this is real life, right now. Imagine the most unlikely handshake in modern memory. Two worlds colliding, sparks flying, cameras rolling. Hold up. Why would a left-wing firebrand even want to talk to Donald Trump? Stick around. This gets wilder than you think. Meet Zohran Mamdani. Name unfamiliar? It won't be for long. He's 32, former actor, now a progressive state assembly member from one of the most diverse districts in America. Think street protests, tenant rallies, and fiery speeches. The full activist package. He fights for tenants, pushes for bold housing reforms, and calls out corporate power. If politics had a mixtape, his would be all protest songs and megaphone duets. And today, that mixtape might get played in the White House. Yeah, I said it. The White House. Let's paint him in 3 quick strokes. 1. Grassroots warrior. He shows up where people need him. Rallies, community boards, tenant meetings. 2. Policy nerd. He knows housing law and fights for real fixes, not just slogans. 3. Relatable storyteller. He puts faces on problems. Real tenants, real struggles. He grew up in a family of immigrants. He's seen how tight budgets and sky-high rents change lives. That's not a soundbite, it's his story. Also, fun fact, he used to act, which means he knows how to read a room and deliver a line that lands. That stagecraft helps in politics, big time. So picture a passionate, scrappy organizer who can draft policy and steal a headline. Now imagine that person possibly stepping into the Oval. The contrast is delicious. Here's the twist. It's not about foreign policy or big trade deals. It's about housing. Boring? Nope. It's everything. We're talking rent that gobbles paychecks, evictions, and neighborhoods changing overnight. Mamdani wants rent control with muscle. Tenant protections that actually stop landlords from tossing people onto the curb. Real, structural change. Now here's the brain melter. Some of those ideas, believe it or not, echo political messages Trump has used. He talks about forgotten Americans, about folks squeezed by the economy. Suddenly, 2 very different playbooks point at the same problem. People can't afford a home. No way, you say? Way. Picture Batman and the Joker both ranting about parking tickets. Ridiculous, but maybe useful. That overlap is the entire story. Could a meeting patch policy holes, or is it a media stunt? We're about to find out. Okay, let's unpack why this matters. Fast and simple. First, political optics. A progressive meeting with Trump would blow up the news cycle. It's an image that forces everyone to ask, who's playing politics and who's trying to fix things? Second, real people. If an agreement moves the needle on housing, stronger tenant protections, emergency rental aid, or new affordable housing pushes, millions win. That's not partisan theater, that's daily life. Rent due tomorrow, worry tonight. That's the human stake. Third, strategic ripple effects. If Mamdani gets traction, other progressives might try the same. Negotiate where they can win tangible gains. Conversely, some on the left will scream betrayal. Purists versus pragmatists. Classic drama. Fourth, what does Trump get? He gets a headline showing he's willing to work across the aisle, whether sincere or staged. That could shore up voters feeling left behind. Or it could be a calculated play for optics before an election cycle. So we have 3 possible scenes: a genuine policy win, a short-term photo op, or a bitter political drama that divides allies. Which one plays out? Each path changes the map: alliances, future negotiations, and who voters trust next. And here's the wild card: Mamdani's age and style. Young, media-savvy, and unapologetically bold. He could turn a brief meeting into a campaign-defining moment, or he could get swallowed by the glare. Either way, history watches. So what now? Will Zohran Mamdani walk through those doors? Will a handshake become a headline? Or a roadmap? Tomorrow we'll dig into expert takes, rival reactions, and the tiny policy details that could make or break a deal. We'll break down the scenarios, the risks, and the possible wins. Simply, fast, and with a little attitude. If you like news that feels like a story, with twists, laughs, and real stakes, hit subscribe and ring the bell. You don't want to miss the next episode of this political thriller. Trust me, the The next twist is coming, and you'll want a front row seat. No way? Oh, it's coming.